In the last week of December 2022, a finance firm reported IPL's valuation at a staggering $10.9 billion. This valuation has put IPL on par with major sports leagues across the world such as National Basketball Association or NBA and National Football League or NFL in the United States. But unlike the NFL and NBA, which started in the 20th century, IPL is just 15 years old. IPL took off in 2008 and since then its viewership has shot up substantially. In the last season of 2022, the combined viewership across TV and OTT platforms was 426 million. In June 2022, its media rights were auctioned for a total of $6.2 billion for a lock-in period of 5 years ending 2027. This auction was almost 3 times higher than the last media rights auction for 2017 to 22.
There is a clear growth in terms of the valuations for a property like IPL. And we did get a sense of that, because of the media right auction which took place in the month of June last year. So if you look at broadcasting growth rates, it's somewhere close to 6 to 7% broadly. And sports is almost 2x or 2.2x of that. So because, there is a scarcity here in terms of sports properties and, cricket dominating close to 92% of the overall sports market in India, you are seeing that valuation for IPL moving up because there is too many players right now who are wanting to, have some sort of sports content into their kitty.
The highlight of the latest auction was the sale of digital rights that were higher than the television rights. Walt Disney got TV rights for the Indian subcontinent at $3.02 billion, while Viacom 18 got digital rights for $3.04 billion for 410 matches. In the last auction 5 years ago, Star had all exclusive rights for IPL at a cumulative $2.09 billion.
Digital is going to be growing in a humongous manner. And cricket ubiquity in terms of viewership is going to happen on mobile phones. And that's one of the reasons why the media rights went for the kind of prices that they did go. The shift is between watching a match in a community manner to watching it as a unit of one. And that is really splintering viewerships, but again, it's multiplying viewerships. So both occur together.
The media rights auction shows that per match cost of IPL has touched about $13 million, putting IPL match cost second only to NFL in the USA. The NFL's per match cost is $17 million, while for the NBA it is $2 million. In the case of the English Premier League, which consists of legendary football teams like Manchester United, Liverpool and Chelsea, the match per cost is $11 million. IPL's brand value too has doubled from $4.7 billion in 2021 to $8.4 billion in 2022. Business Standard had reported that this increase in brand value was led by addition of 2 new teams, Lucknow Super Giants and Gujarat Titans. The auction of the new teams raised about $1.5 billion. The sale of the media rights also added to the increase in brand value. IPL's brand value has increased 318% from 2009 to 2022.
Well, IPL is a big property and, nobody had ever imagined it to be as big as it has become. No surprise here because we're talking of a very large country of consumers. We're going to be the largest country in the world in a very short period of time. We're all of 1.4 billion people and that many eyeballs, that's 2.8 billion eyeballs, potential eyeballs overall. I think that's big. Needless to say, the valuation of IPL is bound to be what it is.
The most valued teams in IPL are the ones that have been playing since the league's inception. Mumbai Indians is the most valued team at $83 million, followed by Kolkata Knight Riders at $76.8 million and Chennai Super Kings at $73.6 million. While IPL now has the second position among major sports leagues in the cost per match, it is still behind the National Football League in the USA, the only league ahead of it in terms of media rights. In 2021, NFL signed new media rights worth $110 billion over a period of 11 years ending 2033. Leading broadcasters such as ESPN, Fox and NBC were part of this deal and each will pay around $2 billion annually to the NFL. This most valued sports league also saw the incursion of Google's subsidiary YouTube. In a hot deal with the tech giant, the NFL signed media contracts worth $14 billion over a period of 7 years. English Premier League's media rights too are significantly higher than that of IPL's. In 2022, EPL's media rights, both domestic and international, were bought for $12.85 billion. This is more than double the IPL's media rights.
IPL still, as a property, is very dependent on India, right? So if you look at the media rights also, somewhere close to 42% was digital, and somewhere close to 50% was TV. And, overseas accounted for not more than 5% of the overall media rights. The ARPUs are fairly compressed here, right? So unless ARPUs don't go up, eventually you will not see monetization opportunity on TV and digital, everything put together. So the point is that in India, it's a very price sensitive market. ARPUs are phenomenally low, and that's the reason our valuation in terms of media rights are very low as compared to global companies. So because of the opportunity, maybe the valuations of this league are somewhere to the global companies, but yeah, monetization challenges persist, and which is why media rights still remain to be at a discount.
The IPL's valuation is great news for India's growing sports industry. Its brand value has increased as well. This is in line with the demand for sports content across platforms. The IPL should now look to expand revenue generation from overseas. More recently, the BCCI has invited bids for team ownership in the women's IPL. Our next episode will tell if women's IPL match the IPL's popularity and success.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.